says it's recording. Okay, hello all. I'm Mrs. Pollard.
And I'm Mrs. Falaha.
And we're here to do a little bit of a phonogram instruction for you so that those of you that are rusty on the phonograms, you can refer to it if you need to, or this might be helpful for our new teachers. Just want to give you a little bit of a background on why we do this. This is part of our phonics program. As you know, if you follow the science of reading, phonics is going to be especially important for all the students with homes who do not have time to read to, the parents do not read to the child at home. Phonics, they're really going to rely on phonics. So we want to make sure that is part of our basics here at Jefferson. There's no debate about it. The science of reading also states that reading is a skill that needs to be explicitly taught through letter sound correspondence. The phonograms that we're about to introduce to you, I think of them like the building blocks of all the words that the kids are going to learn. They're like the little Lego blocks that they use to build words. And with that, repetition is going to be key. Repetition with a phonogram drill every single day, right, without fail, is going to be the mother of their learning. That's how I see it. It really does help. The exposure that they get every single day, even if they don't master it, they're still hearing it. Eventually, it's going to click. We see it happen in reading group all the time.
And
Okay.
as they start doing those multisyllable words, it's extremely beneficial to help with chunking.
Yes, yes. They rely on that like you would not believe. Okay, so we're going to go through these. And as we go through these, we're going to do a little backstory on why we're doing what we're doing and what it means. And then we'll just give the sound as if we're doing it in front of our class. So there's 70-ish plus sounds. Most of them are derived straight from the Spalding phonics program. Some of them have been kind of tweaked and have just been part of our program for years here at Jefferson. Okay, so here we go. The first one.
This is a 2-letter phonogram, and we're going to take our whip and we're going to go wha, wha, wha.
Okay, and this is a 1 sound 2-letter phonogram. So E, 2 E stuck together. We're going to go E, always E. E, always E.
Okay, this one is a vowel team, and it makes 4 sounds. So I always tell my kids, you're hammering away and you miss and you hit your finger and you hammer it and you go, ow! And then you look at it and you go, oh. And then you realize it's bleeding and you go, ooh. And then you pass out and go, ugh. So, ow, oh, ooh, ugh.
Okay, OW is a 2-letter phonogram. It has 2 sounds, so they're going to get their W. So they make their W like this. And then they're going to poke themselves and say, ow. And then, oh, as if don't poke yourself silly. Ow, oh, ow, oh.
Okay. This one, I always call it the ghost phonogram because we're going to get our little ghost eyes and we're going to go, ooh, and then, So, ooh,
Ooh, Sometimes the kids, we have them draw a little ghost around it even. Okay. SH is going to make 1 sound, and this one they pick up real fast. Shh, teacher's favorite phonogram.
Okay, so this is an R controlled, and this is the symbol for those of you who may not know for R. So we do R controlled, and I teach it and I tell my class, they all say or. They're just different variations. But this I call my seal phonogram because they're going to sound like a seal because they go or. And they love this one because it's or. Later on, I teach them or with an E, or with an O, or with an A.
Okay, TH is going to make 2 sounds. Okay, so this one's real tricky because we say this is the only phonogram you get to stick your tongue out at your teacher. So the first sound of TH is going to be, if you can hear me. Second sound, this tongue comes slightly back inward and you say, and this one tickles. So it's, okay, this one's, now you're going to see this taught differently here in the building, but this goes with 95% that the 2nd grade does when they get to 2nd grade. So it's a vowel consonant, silent E at the end. So we teach it like this. The silent E is going to be long vowel, silent E. The E is going to dig, 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 poke the vowel and say your name. So the O would say O. And so any vowel that gets poked is going to say their long sound. So we're going to poke the vowels. A, E, I, O, U.
For those that have the cards, it's the E magical silent E card.
Some of you might have magical silent E where the E comes over top. Okay. It's just different variations on the way of teaching that.
And that's okay.
That's all right.
All right, this is a rule. So the rule is A at the beginning of a word often says So he kind of scratches his head because he forgets and he goes,
Yeah, he forgets what he's going to do at the beginning of a word. Okay, and CH is going to make 3 sounds. Okay, so you can see it's a train. So I tell the kids this is the Polar Express phonogram. So they're going to start out nice and slow. Ch. And they make a K. K. Sh. Ch. K. Sh. Ch. K. Sh.
All right. This is a 2-letter phonogram, but you can see the C has its mouth covered. It's silent because K takes over and it just says K. 2-letter K, used only after a short vowel. A, E, I, A.
Okay, and this has 2 phonograms, the top one, right, and the bottom. AY is a vowel team, and it's going to say the long vowel sound A. So we're going to say A, 2-letter A, and then you make your Y, may be used at the end of a word. And then AI is going to say A, 2-letter A, never used at the end of a word. They like to use their baby voice.
Okay, this one is a 2-letter vowel team. It says A, E, they have the key.
Okay, this is an R-controlled vowel. I always tell, when I'm teaching this initially, I tell them the story of bossy bully R wants to be a vowel so bad that he sneaks in behind the vowels and he grabs them and he puts them in a headlock and he rubs them on the head and says, say my sound, say my sound. And so we say This one is ER, so it's going to be the of her. The of her, and then we want the second graders to say R controlled.
This is another R controlled. It's the of first.
Okay, R controlled, right? So this one's the of nurse. And when they do this, they're handing the U, the cup of medicine. The of nurse.
This one is the of work, and so we do the work.
Work. Okay. This one has 3 sounds, EAR, 3-letter phonogram. So the first one is like as if they're waking up early. So we're gonna rub our eyes. The of early, and then I have to put on my earrings, so I say ear, ready for the day, air. So it's ear, air.
This one is, we make L's, we say all.
Okay, you can see the bird up on this. The picture is a picture clue to help the kids. Okay, so ALK, you're going to get your crow, your wing, and your other wing, and you're going to say awk, 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 like in walk or talk.
This one, you're going to get your little ink quill, and you're going to dip it in, and you're going to go ink, ink, ink.
Ink, ink, ink. Okay, this one has 3 sounds. ED, we're going to say ed, t, says ed after a D or a T. Ed, t, says ed after a D or a T.
Okay, this is the beauty queen voices. So we're going to be a beauty queen, so we got to make our voices sound like it. So we're going to say ear, air,
Okay, this is the pirate phonogram. It's R controlled. Okay, so we're going to say 2 sounds. You're going to get your pirate hook, your R, and say R, air, R, air, R, air.
Okay, so we have 2 vowel teams here. The first one is oi, may be used at the end of a word. The second one oi, never used at the end of a word.
Okay, and this one is AW. You can see the W. They get their W out. It's their claw. So we're going to say aw, the aw of claw. Aw, the aw of claw. And then this one is aw, baby claw, aw. Aw, baby claw, aw.
And we also say never used at the end of a word.
Never used at the end of a word.
Okay, this one is a 4-letter phonogram. It says old. Okay,
Like
so
like you're bonking yourself in the head.
and then old. And it's O-U lucky duck to help them with the spelling.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and this one is a 3-letter phonogram, except we have to remember and teach the kids, train them that the T is going to be silent when they see it in front of CH. Okay, we don't want them to say T. We want them to say ch. Okay, like the train. We want them to recognize the ch in train, like the train. So we're going to go ch. 3-letter ch, used only after a short vowel. Atch, etch, itch, otch, utch.
Okay. So this one goes along with 95%. It's the consonant LE, and we teach them to go here or here to feel the ul. This is li.
Li.
Yep.
Okay. This is a vowel team, right? And you can see the O is doing all the work, right? So that's what we hear. We hear O, the O of boat. O, the O of boat.
This one, another vowel team. You point to your toe and you say, oh, the O of toe.
Point to the toe. Okay, and this has 3 sounds, a vowel team. So we're going to say E, A, eat your bread on your break. E, A, eat your bread on your break.
Okay, this is a 3-letter phonogram, and the 3 letters say J. So 3-letter J, and it's used only after a short vowel, like adge, edge, idge, odge, udge.
Okay, this one has 2 phonograms, 2 rules, I should say. The top one is the C rule. So there's 2 things we can have the kids say that are fun. The kids like this one. So we're going to say, if a C is followed by an E, I, or Y, it usually says S.
Or they can sing a little song that says C-E, C-I, C-Y, S-S-S-S-S.
Yep. And the G rule, if a G is followed by an E, I, or Y, it usually says J.
G-E, G-I, G-Y, J-J-J-J-J-J.
Okay.
Here we have a 3-letter phonogram. The G and the H are silent. I take center stage and it says I, 3-letter I.
Yep, like he steals that microphone, he hogs the microphone and says I. Okay, this one has 2 sounds. EW is going to say ooh, you. Ooh, you. Ooh, you.
Okay. This one is a vowel team. It's ooh. So you can see they've got a little pull. So you can, I will say ooh like suit or fruit.
Okay, KN, you can see the K is going to be silent. When K and N are together, we don't want them to say cuh. We want them to say So we're going to say 2-letter, tall letter And when they reach up like this, they're making the letter K. So 2-letter, tall letter
And on this one, the G is silent. So we're going to say 2-letter, short letter
Okay, and this one has 2 sounds. A-R-E is going to say air, R, like a windshield wiper. Air, R.
All right. So these are 2-letter phonograms, but the one phonogram is dominant. So we say 2-letter R, 2-letter R, and G, 2-letter G. And I always give examples to my kids, and I say, we don't say thumb, we say thumb. We don't say right, we say right. And we don't say ghost, we say ghost.
Okay, this is one sound, A-L-F. The L, you can see he's like this. He's silent. We don't hear the sound of the L. We're going to say AF. So we say AF as in half, like you're cutting something in half. AF as in half. Okay, and then this one is, now I added this one myself. This is the way I like to teach it. I see different things in the building, but you can see we have a pitcher of lemonade and we have a sour face. So it's going to be, you're going to get your pitcher of lemonade, or as in pour, then you drink your lemonade. Hour as in sour. So or hour.
And this one is just air. Air.
Okay, and T-U-R-E is going to make one sound. It's going to be the sounds of the CH and the of nurse together. So chur. Chur, like in nature, picture. And then down here, this one has two sounds. You can see it right there. It's a little French guy, and he's going chercheur, like measure, pleasure, treasure.
This one, our 3-letter phonogram, just waking up in the morning, and he's stretching, and he says yun, like million, minion, onion.
Okay, and these are the shun phonograms. All three of them say shun. So the top one is shun with a T, shun with an S, shun with a C, the only one with an A. T-I-O-N-S-I-O-N-C-I-A-N. That's how I do it. Remember, some people do it differently.
Okay. So, long phonograms, but they both say ought. So, ought with an A, ought with an O. But to help kids learn how to spell them, you can teach them all you go home tonight, or oh, you go home tonight.
Yeah, that really helps. Okay, and this is the top is shoal, T-I-A-L-C-I-A-L, and the bottom is the shus phonogram. So actually, there's kind of two. Yeah. There's 4 phonograms, but 2 sets. Yeah,
so
actually.
like I say, shoal with a T or shoal with a C,
and shus with a C, shus with a T. Yeah, those are much later in the introduction.
Another vowel team. We have E-I, piece of pie.
Yep, and they can pull their pie closer. Okay, and this one is 4-letter phonogram, E-I-G-H. So we're going to say A, 4-letter A. Eat, icky, gooey, honey. Eat, icky, gooey, honey. Just to help them spell that on a piece of paper.
Okay, 2-letter phonogram. This is F, 2-letter F. You can make an F. Sometimes I'll do a phone, because I will say F, 2-letter F, like phone or photo.
Okay, and you can see this is a 4-letter phonogram, A-U-G-H, but G and H are like this. They're silent in this phonogram. So we're going to make the sound of 2 sounds. It's going to say aw, af, aw, af, all you go home.
Okay, so this is a big one. It's one of the hardest. It's near the end. It makes 6 sounds in this 4-letter phonogram. So this, I have to do the hand gestures on this one, or I never remember it. So first it's O. So you're going to make an O, and you're going to put it right up to your mouth, and you're going to go O, and then you're going to squeeze it and say ooh, and then you're going to get punched in the stomach and say uff, and then you're going to push them off and say off. Then a claw, aw, and then it scratches you out. So O, ooh, off, aw, ow.
That's a tough one. Okay, this one, you can see the grandfather clock, right? All right, and it's going back and forth. So I go like this. I say ing, ang, ong, ong. You can even have them do this with their arm if they want to do the thing right here. Ing, ang, ong, ong. Ng, ng.
This one is a 3-letter, but the O is totally silent. In fact, he's upset because these 2 are like, it's just us. So it's us. And then I tell him words like fabulous, enormous, tremendous, marvelous.
Yay. Okay, and we're down to our last one. This is one of the hardest ones of all. okay, because they get it confused with IE and other phonograms. So you can see it's a bride. She ordered her veil. It came from a foreign country. There's the box. So we say E-A-E. She received a veil from a foreign country. E-A-E. That's the sound. E-A-E. And that is it. If you have any questions, you can come approach us or ask your team. And hopefully this helps. So thanks for tuning in.
Thanks.
Bye. All right.